Well, welcome back. The rate of divorce for Australians over 50 has been increasing in the past 30 years, even as the overall divorce rates have declined.
What's globally known as grey divorce has surged by more than 15%. So why the sudden change that's seeing couples choosing separation over sticking around later in life? For more, we're joined by family law specialist Rose Cocchiaro, live in Adelaide. Hello, Rose. Nice to see you. This is quite the phenomenon. What is causing this increase in divorce in people over 50?
Yeah, look, in my experience, it's about people prioritising their well-being, and they're doing that more now than ever before. They just want more out of their life and more out of their relationships. They're not prepared to stay in unhappy marriages just for the purpose of keeping the marriage intact. There's also so much more community awareness and acceptance around divorce, and particularly in this generation than ever before. People are witnessing their friends separate, they're seeing the modelling of the celebrities, they're getting some more acceptance from adult children more than ever before. And so what we're finding is when they're at a stage of life where the noise of children and the noise of work disappears, they're turning to each other, and if they don't have that emotional connection, they're feeling more empowered than ever to make the decision to call it quits. They're also, guys, living longer and healthier, and so starting again at 60 doesn't feel like it's too late. And I think that's as a result of so much of what happened in COVID and just what happened generally around empowerment for people generally. We're finding that it's their well-being that is the biggest thing.
When you list it like that, it all sounds rather compelling, doesn't it?
Achievable.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, all right. We saw some stats up on the screen. Is it more females or males making the call?
Absolutely more females, without a doubt. And I think females in this generation, they want more of a voice. They're speaking louder, they have more agency, they have more confidence and taking more control out of their lives. But also, guys, really importantly, they have more financial independence. They have often worked throughout the relationship. They have their own super, they may have their own assets. They're just more empowered financially. They don't have to rely on a male spouse to get them through their life anymore. And because they're healthier, living longer, they're just choosing happiness over all of it.
Yeah, so for a lot of people, they're hitting this stage on more equal footing. What's people's main fear when deciding to separate?
Believe it or not, it is loneliness. We find males and females countless times are just afraid of being on their own, independent, because it's often years and decades of being married that they're on their own. And just the practical side of money management, paying bills, sometimes even just logging onto internet banking, something that they could do but have never done in the past because that was a role that was assumed by their spouse. And also another fear is around just having enough. Like, do I have enough to give me enough for the rest of my life? And that's where a lot of financial planning and education around budgeting and management really comes into play.
Hey, listen, just quickly as we say goodbye, you met Oprah when she was in Australia. What did you guys talk about?
I met Oprah and she was everything I had hoped she would be. She was warm, she was engaging, but we spoke about grey divorce. We agreed it was a global phenomenon and it was particularly female, but it was a real positivity around it. We agreed that it can be transformative, that people at that age are coming from experience, and so more so than ever they can have a really positive experience moving forward in their lifetime, and it's not too selfish or they're not too old to be happy. So that was the general conversation. It was great.
Cool. Okay, yeah. Rose, good chatting this morning. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rose. We're back right after this.